going to go through this pretty fast because I have a client and I'm going to drive about an hour and a half to get to him. So I normally go in with the NARS soft matte. And for me, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender just because I have to be quick. And everybody wants to know why I start with ice first. That's just an artist preference. When I started at MAC in 2010, we just did ice first because you don't want to have to clean up any era. So any fallout that can happen from eyeshadow, things like that. So less mistakes, faster on the time. Start with ice first. That's just something I like to do. I then, anywhere I'm really red, which is going to be everywhere, but it's usually my cheek area and around this area here. And then when I do that, I finish. You can see I have some pretty hyperpigmentation up above the barrel bone, but that's where the sun naturally hits me. That's my highest point of my forehead. And try to cover a little bit of my hyperpigmentation. Not too much, because I never want to look too cakey, if that makes sense, because I'm older. And then if you go too heavy, it's going to be textured. So I notice a beauty blender is going to really blend that texture out of any makeup you may have. All right, on to the next. I always set with a primer. It's an eye primer. You can always skip this stuff if you need to be fast, but I use the MAC paint pot, which is basically a paint. But I have a deep set hooded eye right here. And if I put anything concealer or anything on there, it's going to crease because every time I blink, it's going to hit that hood. So I need the makeup to stay and not get creasy. Sometimes if you do this, you'll notice your makeup can be creased and wet looking sometimes there. This will stop that. And it's the MAC paint pot. It looks something like this. It's in a glass. Got to be careful with that. Don't drop it, but it's pretty solid. And again, I'm going pretty fast with this. No time for perfection today. Now I'm going to go in with this new eyeshadow palette. It's Natasha Denona. I think I'm saying that right. I'm going to be very quick with it. I'm going to use the second eyeshadow here, which is the light in my crease. Actually, my hood, this area. As you can see, this eye drifts a lot more than this eye. So I like to hide it best as I can. Again, makeup, there's no right way or wrong way to do anything. There is a way for artistry, though, to be easier on the eye and photography and pictures, things like that. I call this the windshield wiper motion. I circle, 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 and go back and forth. I go a little bit above my hood because you can see it goes down. I don't want my eyes to draw down anymore. So I am actually just being kind of messy with it. And depending on your eye shape and the look you're going for, it's going to be totally different for everyone. It's easy just to throw makeup on, but when you do have some artistry behind you, it can really make the illusion better. You really need to have an artist that studies your face and that understands the goal and what we're trying to achieve. And a good artist is going to tell you yes or no. Me, I'm pretty blunt on why I can't do that or why I can do that. But what's going to happen is, say, for instance, you might love dark eyeliner on the bottom of your eye, and mostly that will round your eye, which is great for some people. But if you have a hood, all it's going to do is drop the side of your face and look you more tired, and you want to look lifted and glowy and dewy. That's my goal for most people. I'm just going to go on the lid real quick with a flat brush. And I'm just going to take a foundation powder. Right now I'm using the Laura Mercier. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap on the lid. Because I really need to bring this lid out. I don't go too far over. I just stay right pretty much in the middle and then come down here because I need that lid to stick out. Again, I'm tapping into that skin so it stays. And I'm not going above where I just went on the hood with the crease. So I'm going right there and staying in the middle of the eye. Okay. I go back with that same leftover of the blending brush. This is a NARS, which is one of my favorites. And I just kind of go back so there's no harsh lines. Kind of drag it back here because I'm going to put my bronzer into here because I need the sun to look like I had a suntan. And that's what I will do with my bronzer. Here, I'm just going to put on my mascara. I'm not going to do a major detailed eye. I personally love a tubal mascara. I can't even talk. Shouldn't work out while you do a workout before you do a video. You're out of breath. Heart rate's still up. But I love a tubal mascara because I can just use warm water and it wraps each hair lash. Oh, my lash. Did I say that right? Hair lash. The lash 360 degrees. I do about 2 coats to really give it that dark color, because unfortunately mine are transparent, translucent, transparent. You can't see them. So, and I used to have them dyed. That burns and it hurts. And I know beauty is torture sometimes, but I'm just not a fan. There's some things I can do and handle torture, but not my eyes. My eyes are so sensitive. The cool thing is about tubo mascara, if you get it on your eyelid, you let it dry, and you take a brush, it can be any brush. I use the end of my Anastasia brow, and you can just clean it up. Easy peasy. And from here, I'm going to use a little sunblock right now. I've been loving this Sun Bum. It's a face and body stick. 40, it has a hydrating cooling effect. So I'm just going to go on top. Feels so good, especially when your body temperature is really hot. I just go right over that concealer area that I did all over my face and kind of just tap it in and rub it in. And then from there, it's a really good primer, sunblock is sometimes, because it's sticky and that foundation can really adhere to it. Then I take our House Labs. Can you see? There we go. Oh. House Labs, I can link it in the thing. It's just a very natural, this is not my color right now. So I'm going to take it with the skin tint. Fail. It's called Protect Tint Super Goop. My color is 22W. I got a little sun yesterday and I put so much sunblock on my face that my face is not as dark as my body. And as you can see, I get a really, really red. So I just want my foundation to blend into the body of my neck and my skin. You can see I'm really light here. I don't lay out in the sun like this. Thank goodness, right? Then I'm just going to take my fingers, because I do not want a full coverage today. I just want a little bit glowy dewy. I'll wash my eyebrows so I don't get it in the hair there. But it wouldn't matter, because it'll actually color my brows, because I can't see them. My family makes fun of me and my no brows, but cool thing is I can just draw whatever brow I want for that day. I'm like lifted. I do color those when I have time. And I make sure I go way down on my neck, because I'm behind the ear, because I'm known to wear my hair up a lot in this time of year. And again, this is mixed with sunblock. Just gives me that really dewy, gives some color back into my skin. You want to be careful and mindful of under the eye area and put too much things there. As you can see, it could be very textured. And I have very high cheekbones. I heard that's the Indian in me, but I don't look very Indian, do I? Thanks to my father. My mother is the dark hair, dark skin, but my dad can get a tan. All right. Next, I'm going to use the Anastasia concealer. I put it on the back of my hand so I can control how much I want with the Beauty Blender. Kind of just warm it up into my back of my hand. You can see in a lot of my videos, that's my color palette. Then I just put a little bit right where that shadow is of my dark, and it's the bone that's right up in there. A lot of times the darkness is just blood settled there that needs to be moved. I don't go too far over, because that's where I have a lot of wrinkles. I have to be just a little bit mindful, and I'll go a little bit here. Again, you can see my texture. I hadn't had any neurotoxins in a long, long time. And I will go out here to give the illusion of the eye lifted. And then I kind of go down in here to show that cheekbone, or that area. I like to highlight it. It's the first time I got snatched. Not first time, but you fluctuate your weight like me. You just do what you do. All right, and then I'm just going to go blend with that Beauty Blender. It's really good sometimes to leave your concealer, let it heat up to the body of your skin, and then move it around. I know Hourglass is really good about that. Don't just put it on and go right in. They kind of want your body to heat up to it, and then it's more movable. Kind of do go down a little bit again because I'm red, but that's pretty much because I'm pushing on it. All right, be good. Here, very quick, very easy. All right. So most of the time I take all my old things, not old, but maybe broken, things like that out of my kit. So got with my heavy kit. I sometimes break things. So right now this is broken for my kit, and I'm just going to go in and use that as my bronzer. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of the Western Atelier. I don't even know how you say it. God bless it. I'm from Georgia. Don't judge. If you really even knew how I sound when I lived in California trying to speak Spanish and with a Southern twang. Poor people. All right, you see where I'm really heavy here? I like to contour that down a little bit just because I want it to be hidden. I do go down a little bit in my nose. Again, I'm about out of the product, so I'm just using my fingers. I do take a brush for this to blend. And I'm just using the Bobbi Brown full face coverage. I like the bristles on it. I don't even know if they have it anymore. I've been in the industry for so long that these brushes have lasted me so many years. Thank God, because the quality of brushes to me are now all machines being made. Again, I'm just putting the contour bronzer right now. This is a contouring stick, but I'm using it as a bronzer as well because it's more of a warm. It has some cool, but for me, it's warm for my skin tone. So it all depends on my skin tone. Here's another thing. If you have a small face, this might not be the right brush for you. The tools are really the key. But it all depends on your side of your face, the size of your face, things like that, size of your eyeballs. What works for me might not work for you. From here, we're going back to the Dior. I'm using the Hourglass dual ended brush. I believe it is, I don't know. It looks like this. Big on the end, and then here. I use a small one size for my bronzer just because it's a pretty big brush and I need to have it cleaned. But again, it's out of my kit, my personal kit, not my working kit. And just going over that with the bronzer, where the sun would naturally hit me at my highest points. Kind of go into that brow bone a little bit. I was telling you earlier that I kind of want to marry the two. And then I do go down on my neck because I'm so light there. And I hate to see a harsh line that looks like makeup. The goal is not to look like a bunch of makeup on your face, just to enhance your natural beauty. So yeah, we're getting there. Then I'm going to go in with my cheek color, and I'm right now loving this Mario Pink Peony. It's a cream. You can see it's very pink on my skin. It's a cool pink. So I have to really warm it into my skin, get it warmed up before I place. And I'm placing it right here and on up to where I might get a little sunburn. Just to flush the skin to make it look like it has some color. Don't want to overdo. Lately, that's been the trend to even put cheek all over. Loving it. But if you look back in your photography photos, say your wedding day, you don't want to be like trendy. You want to look classy. And you want to say, why did I do that on my wedding day? Why? So you want to be mindful to just look at your best self on your wedding day. Gives you a really good glow. You can put a little on your nose if you want. In the right way or wrong way. Just do you and be confident in it. All right, next I'm going to make my lashes pop a little bit more. I'm going to tight line, and I'm going to tight line with just a liquid MAC liner, and I'm just going to go in right at the lash line. This is actually a brown. You can use black or brown. It's probably smart that you use black if you're doing black mascara. If you're doing brown mascara, it's good to get you a brown. I prefer a gel pot with a brush on my clients, but for me, we ain't got time for all that. It just does the job, no matter what. Just kind of coat the inner. And as we age, that part of our eye, it gets more lifted. Well, not more lifted, shall I say, but the lash lines, you lose the hair and stuff, and you can start seeing underneath more. So you want that to blend really well with your lashes. There. Now let's do the brows. Let's frame the face. Today I'm just going to use a brow powder. I like the RMS Beauty brow powder. I'm just going to kind of coat the bottom first. Then I'll go to the top. I'm going to work my way down. Now, as you can see, my eye goes down naturally. I'm going to stop pretty soon. Closer. I'm going to stop before the hair stops. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I'm just going to connect the dots. The front, I'm just going to brush up. Kind of go back and forth to get it onto the skin because I'm losing some hair, or the coarse and white. I use those for fillers. I might trim them because they can come out wiry. I use an angle brush, tiny angle brush. Then go on top. Kind of go there. See the difference? Really paints the face, and this is my bad eye. And why it's my bad eye, if you want to really know, I'm a right side sleeper. Tired. And I fall right asleep on my right side. And my face has really shown that through the years. That's the one thing they say you need to wear a bra to bed. Are they kidding? Nobody wants that. Now on to the next. All right, both done. Both of my eyebrows are done. Be mindful wherever you decide to get ready that you got to go out a good light. I have noticed I've been walking into people's houses to show them their finished product, and there's shadows all over their face. And so just be mindful that you have a really good clear. As you can see, there's a shadow coming down. It's behind me as I can get close, but you can see the light in the back. So be mindful when you're getting ready that you can see all the shadows and the highlights. Just going to go in with the Laura Mercier lip liner. My lips are naturally a little larger, so I don't go all the way down on the sides. I kind of bring them in and make this kind of pout out. Then I have a Cupid's bow. I like to really stay in my line and on my line, but not for everybody, just for me personally. As earlier, I put that Aquaphor on my lips, so it has moisturizer already in it. Then I'm going to go with the Mario Makeup by Mario Pink Glow. The toner is very, very hydrating. I have to say it does not last because it's so hydrating. And I do like the new Dior. You know what? It says 007, but I know that's not the color. I just can't read. I don't have my glasses on. Can I get that more of hydration because I don't want my lines to really stand out. If I go with a matte color, they will show more. So I want to look very hydrated so your texture and wrinkles don't show as much. So then I do take a little bit of powder. Right now I'm using a really old, I say really old, it was La Mer. It's one of my favorite, the Soft Moisturizing Powder Foundation, SPF 30. And I use the Beauty Blender Powder Puff. And I just kind of go where I don't want to be wet or too glowy. Pretty much just around my face, around my nose, in the middle. Kind of shake my brow. And I personally just take a little bit right where I start seeing the crease of the concealer gathering throughout the day. Unfortunately, I just do this because I haven't found a concealer that works perfect. And I've seen a lot. Then after that, I just spray my face. Right now, I'm just using the Sun Balm SPF 40, 5. Not too much. It kind of melts that foundation in. It can be tended to be too glowy, but I'll look at myself again in the mirror when I get in my car, and then I'll powder where I need it. So that is everything. And then I'm going to go on to my hair. Just fast and easy. Shouldn't take long. All right, guys. Thank you.